Let's get to the National League odds. Q&A time is coming in a couple of minutes. National League odds. Big Man has already tipped here that he loves those Milwaukee Brewers at plus 600, and he gave you a couple of reasons. BaseWinner, a thought on a National League team you like to win the pennant and make the World Series, and why, please?
Well, I don't think it's going to be a surprise. I've got the Dodgers, best team in baseball. I mean, they're going to, and the one good thing, and I think what kind of hurt them last year is the Giants really overperformed, ended up winning that division. And so they had to play the wild card game, and they had to burn pitching in that wild card game. So I think that the way the playoff structure is set up, if you don't have to burn pitching in the first round, so they'll, by my projections, they're a lock to get that first seed. I think that'll really help them to set up their rotation and their offense. And this is really kind of where the rubber, I guess, meets the road for me between, and I agree with Jeff. I think that Milwaukee rotation is one of the best, if not the best in baseball. I can just tell you how I the way I have it ranked right now. I should say maybe the top half of that Milwaukee bullpen is probably it's no doubt the best top half in baseball with Woodruff and Burns and Peralta. But it kind of breaks down with Hauser, and I've got them. So they do have a really good starting rotation at ninth. But if you look at the top half, so I can see where he's going with the playoffs, because you probably will get that top half a little bit more. But kind of where it breaks down for the Brewers is just in my offense rating. I have them at 18th, and I have them right at league average offensively. And I've got the Dodgers at 27% above league average. So I think if it comes down to Dodgers Milwaukee, I just think that the Dodgers have such an edge in offense that they're going to beat the Brewers.
Jeff, any thoughts on that? And I got one more team I want to ask you about. Any thoughts on what the BaseWinner had there?
Yeah, I mean, look, going against the Dodgers is going to be tough. I guess I'm not hoping for it, but I guess the thought is, maybe they have injuries or something, or maybe the bullpen isn't what, maybe we think it's going to be. Maybe guys like Graterol and Jansen aren't effective. I'm grasping for straws here, but I'm not going to, all due respect to anybody, especially, and someone like a BaseWinner who analytically looks at it. He looks at it a different way than I do. Look, I'm not giving out a team that's under 3-1 to win the World Series. I'm going to try to look outside the box a little bit. But again, look, I think it's very fair to assume they're a huge favorite.
So along those lines, I saw San Diego. We have not talked about the Padres at all on this show. Are the Padres a decent threat from either one of you in the West, or maybe to win the American League? Or do you just write them off because they're not going to be able to get by the Dodgers? What do you guys think?
I mean, listen, they've got a great lineup. I mean, we know how good Tatis is. We know how good Machado is. Look, Will Myers and Hosmer are still effective. There's not a guy that screwed me more in my career in baseball than Will Myers, maybe outside of Dustin Pedroia. Anytime I need Will Myers to strike out, he hits a 3-run home run. Anytime I need him to hit a 3-run home run, he strikes out looking. So
Life of a gambler. Life of a gambler.
You always remember those things. But, yeah, as far as them, I think they're really solid. I think they're a playoff team probably. Do I think they're going to upend the Dodgers? No. Because when you just look at – one of the things I always also remember as a gambler is how effective people like Kershaw are against the Padres. You have such a large sample size of them facing these teams. I mean, they just mow down teams like the Giants and the Padres. I think the Padres will be tough. That's a great place to watch a game. Look, if I could play anywhere in the major leagues, it'd be San Diego. What a beautiful place to be. I can understand why you'd want to be there. But, yeah, it'll be good. I think they're like a high 80s win team, but I don't think they'll upend the Dodgers. I don't see it.
BaseWinner, any thought on the Padres real quick before we move on to the World Series? I know you like the Dodgers.
That's a pretty good, off the top of your head, high 80s, because I have them at 86.4. I think the main issue is they have to play in division versus the Dodgers. And then I'm also really high on the Giants starting pitching. I actually have them, it might be controversial to some, but I have them second in baseball. I think the acquisition of Rodon was a big one. And, I guess I could take a look at the Giants individually if we have a little bit more time, their starting rotation at the end of the show, to kind of justify that particular rating for for their rotation.
BaseWinner thinks that a pick like that's controversial. He ain't been around the big man. The big man's going to talk about everything from the mafia to his dating life to whoever cost him his big bet that he wants their legs broken. If you want controversy, just be here on the MLB show for the big man takes. Then you're going to hear some controversy. It's going to let loose.
Let me say this, okay? I would much rather have listen, my life in this business has been a little crazier than I wanted it to be. Sometimes I say too much, but yeah, I haven't even gotten crazy. But no, listen, you're not going to ever be controversial around me, BaseWinner. Say what you want. I love how that was controversial to him.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
you will get accustomed, BaseWinner, to those moments where you're going, oh my God, this could be the last show if somebody doesn't get Nadu back under control. And usually that's me. So we'll see how that goes as the MLB show progresses. But yeah, you saying a Giants metric is controversial. You ain't seen controversial yet. Just get ready.
I guess maybe it was controversial in my own mind when I was handicapping, because I'm like, wow, this team's the second best team in baseball. And so I will just tell you just real quickly what the individual rating is on each pitcher. I've got Webb 36% better than average, Rodon 31% better than average. I'm high on Tony Disco, got him 11% better than average from a run suppression standpoint. Wood, I know this might be the most controversial one. I've got him at 28% better than the average pitcher. And then Alex Cobb, I got 10% better than the average pitcher. So top to bottom, I like their rotation. They kind of break down in the offense. Off the top of my head, they're about 18th in baseball offensively. And their bullpen kind of isn't very good. It's kind of towards the bottom based on my ratings.
All right.